Welcome back viewers in the second part of our delicious bitter gourd curry. In the first part done we have made the fine paste of our spices, groundnut seeds, sesame seeds and roasted coconut and roughly chopped roasted onion sliced. We have made a fine paste in which we have added 2 teaspoons of cumin powder and 2 teaspoons of coriander powder and 1.5 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, half teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and half teaspoon of turmeric powder. And then we have heated a pan, we heated the pressure cooker and we have added 4 tablespoons of oil to it, and then we have added 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and you can see cumin seeds have changed their color very nicely. And now let's move on to the next step, in which I am going to add this fine paste of our spices into the oil, and then I'm going to fry these spices until they releases oil from them. Let me show you. You can see I have added blended spices into the pressure cooker, and now I am frying these spices in the oil. The smell is wonderful. I am sure when you try this recipe you will love it. And do submit your reviews in your comment section. You can see how nicely our spices are getting roast, and you can see the little oil is also coming on the surfaces, but we need to fry it a little more for a couple of minutes. With a continuous mix, we need to fry all the spices. Flame is medium, and now you can see how beautifully the oil is coming on the surface. It is the sign that our spices are fully roasted. Still furthermore, I'm going to give it a fine mix, and then at this point you can see how nicely the oil getting separated from the spices. I have added the roughly chopped tomatoes and a bunch full of washed and chopped coriander and curry leaves, and again I am going to fry all these ingredients very well. I'm going to add all the tomatoes pieces and coriander and curry leaves as well. After adding all the ingredients, you can see how beautiful our curry is looking. And again I am going to mix and mix. Flame is medium to high. Make sure that our spices are not getting stick at the bottom. That will spoil the taste of the curry. So you need to give it a continuous stir and prepare your curry in such a way. The smell is wonderful, and I'm sure you are going to love this curry. Give it a try and just inform me in comment section that whether you will like this recipe or not. See how beautifully the oil started getting separate from the spices. Now again I'm going to make the flame medium to low. It shouldn't. Right. Now you can see how beautifully the oil is getting separated from the spices. It is the sign that our spices, our curry is fully cooked and perfectly fine. See, none of the particle is stuck at the bottom. This is all what we need for this curry. You can see the bottom is totally clean and clear, and the oil is also getting separated from the surfaces. At this point I am going to add the bitter gourd pieces that I have cut it into small pieces, washed, cut into small pieces, and then fried in oil. You can see it in the part 1 of this recipe. If you haven't watched the part 1 of this recipe, you can find the part 1 of this recipe on my channel. Again I am going to mix all the ingredients. Now I have just raised the flame. It's high now. You can see the spices are getting nicely cooked, and see the beautiful color of our curry. You can enjoy this curry with parathas, pulkas, and as well as with plain rice. See how beautifully all our ingredients are roasted. And now what I am going to do is I am going to add half a glass of water to this recipe, and I am going to pressure cook it until it gives 3 whistles. 3 or 2 whistles are also enough. See, again I am giving it a very nice mix, and then now I am going to add water to it. Now you can see I have added half a glass of water to our recipe, and now I am going to pressure cook it. Close the lid and pressure cook it until it gives 3 whistles, and the aroma is like heaven. You can give it a taste.